At long last, Lynn arrives in the land of her mother's birth. Lycia is a federation of territories, each governed by a powerful Marcus. Now Lynn takes her leave of one of these territories, Araphan, and sets out to meet her grandfather, the Marcus of Kalen. However, the Marcus's brother, Lundrin, hungers to rule Kalen. He is preparing a deadly welcome for Lynn, who stands to threaten his grasp for power. And, imagine that. Evil tyrant will do anything to keep his power, or to ascend to power. So, yeah, that's kind of cold-blooded that you think, like, I guess it makes sense, like, even though technically this is, like, his grand niece, like, he doesn't give a shit. He's just like, oh, whatever, like, I'll kill her, too. I'll kill my brother, I'll kill his, grand niece, like, or I'll kill my own grand niece, like, to get this, so, like, whatever. And, it's kind of crazy that, like, this guy really attacks the second biggest city in all of Lycia, right? And the Marcus doesn't retaliate, you know? Marcus Seraphin is just like, you know what, whatever, who cares? Like, I allow it. In fact, he's kind of scared of, like, Lundrin, so I guess it goes to show you, right? Like, I used to think, like, that he was very illogical in the sense, like, why would he allow his racism to blind his judgment and be like, no, like, I'm gonna, like, go after Kalen now. This is a declaration of war. Like, you thought, bro. Like, you really thought you were gonna come for my city, burn my city, like, burn my castle down, and, like, you thought I was just gonna, you know, just be like, oh, okay, you know, like, he's just trying to go after his own, like, inheritance. That's cool. Like, but no, I guess the Marcus really, on top of being a racist, he's also a coward, too. So, like, yeah, like, just a deplorable human being. But I guess it had to be that way. Otherwise, you know, then the journey would be too easy, right? So, and I guess I kind of like this too. I guess they addressed that, like, they get help from they were trying to get help from other, like, territories. So I'm glad they addressed that and then just, like, be like, oh no, you know, we're gonna go out and, like, do our own thing. So, and I just love this little, like, CG scene. Like, in fact, it was so cool that, like, I think this is, like, the scene that really got me into nomads in the first place. Like, I just thought they were so badass, like, because I really like bow users. Like, I like the utility that they bring, but, like, nomads are just on a different level because they have just more range, you know? Like, they can move a lot farther, and, you know, like, just, like, you know, I think for a while it was one of my favorite classes, so. Even though like, bows are just kind of terrible, not because, like, they're bad weapons, but because they don't have any reliable, like, one range. So I was actually even thinking, like, I think in the case of bows, even just having a 1 range would be good enough. Like, I was thinking, like, making the short bow like a 1 to 2 range, but I think that might just be a little too broken because, like, bows have the big advantage of being 2 range and also having a lot of might and accuracy, as opposed to, like, javelins and hand axes that, like, are a little iffy on that side. But then again, like, javelins and hand axes are at their most powerful here, I would say, or actually technically in FE8 because, like, everybody's super strong. So, but no, yeah, like, bows are just, like, amazing, as you saw in the Binding Blade. Like, they were actually very, like, useful, like, and they even gave them a little bit more utility because of, like, the Wyvern Knights and all that stuff. So, but whatever. Like, if I'm not really talking about the story, like, it's just like, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like, this is all inconsequential, honestly. Like, the biggest taking point from this this chapter is that the Marcus is a giant racist. So, like, that's about, like, all that is. And, like, oh, look at that, everybody wants to keep talking, huh? So, but damn, like, oh yeah, this I think this chapter has a lot of talking, so it might be just a lot of dialogue and, like, not a lot of gameplay, honestly, which kind of sucks because, like, I feel like that just makes the chapter a little bit too, like, I don't know, like, it just I feel like it just ruins the experience just a little bit. Like, what I liked about Lynn mode is that, like, I feel like it got to the point, but, like, obviously since they're trying to introduce all these different things, like, it kind of gets a little bloated at times. Like, this is one of the chapters that gets a little bit bloated. So, like, and obviously, yeah, like, we met Wrath, we have Matthew here, and then, like, they're talking about, like, the overall, like, system of Lycia and all that stuff, and, like, the Marcus, and we got to get into his chapter as well. Like, there's just a lot of, like, story moving parts in this particular chapter. But I do like the gimmick of it, you know. Like, obviously, like, this is a very satisfying chapter to play because Even though it's not hard, what is fun about it is that you know, it's just a little like a different objective variety, right? It's like, oh hey, like you got to move to the triggers, right? Like even though like it's not hard at all, like by any stretch of the imagination, like you get like no challenge out of this. But I don't know, I just like the actual, I don't know, the mechanics of it. On paper, this is a good chapter, but like it's just too easy, and I can literally say that about like all of Lin mode. So. Like, yeah, like, I might actually play Lin mode one day, like, with, like, a hard mode, but, oh, wow, look at Will, let's go. Like, yeah, he might actually be useful, like, in my ranked run. Like, I think the archers are probably gonna surprise me the most, honestly. In that, they're gonna be the ones that, like, kind of hard carry the run just a little bit. Because, yeah, like, the amount of XP they'll gain, and then, like, even though they won't see much combat due to their, limited, you know, like limited 2 range options, like it's fine. Like they can get like kills, and like you know, I can definitely feed them kills throughout the playthrough. So I want to do this. I figured I might as well, like, yeah, I'm not using Sarah for anything, so I might as well save myself like 1 movement tile, even though like it really doesn't matter. So yeah, like this yeah, there's not much going on in this chapter, honestly. Like, like it's kind of dull. Actually, well, I said I like the mechanics on paper. Like, this is kind of a dull chapter. I'm not gonna lie. Like, let me see. Like, I think these villages are only talking about like, oh, okay, whatever. This is just like, just tutorial stuff. Like, I don't even care. Like, if you can't really read it, like, I'm just trying to skip through it because like I just want the ones that say like the Marcus is a giant racist. Like, like, it's like, yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of stupid, like how he's like a well-known racist, right? And yet Wrath is the captain of his guard, like for whatever reason, right? Like, I guess maybe to be fair, like he's keeping it on the down low, like from Wrath. I don't think Wrath would like. In fact, actually, like when the Marcus unmasks and shows his true colors, like Wrath leaves him. But it's just like, why would you know, why would Wrath never even suspect it if like the townsfolk are talking about this, right? I don't know. It kind of makes Wrath a little bit incompetent, but like whatever. Like that's just how it goes sometimes. And funny enough, I think he actually gets XP from that. Yeah, he comes with 13 XP because I'm assuming like he killed that mercenary. So I really want to open this door already. No, you know what? This is a kill for Will. I need to give kills to Will. So that's one thing like I said, I do need to do in this run. So it's kind of shitty that I have to kind of wait a little bit because I would like to like put Will just in there, like and then retaliate on enemy phase, but obviously he can't do that, so no sense in doing that. Let me see, because I think this guy moves regardless, so I might have to move. Actually, I don't even have to move him out of his range because he's gonna go for Will anyway, because Will can't retaliate, and then I can activate that switch. And let's see here. Actually, oh cool, I could even do this. And oh yeah, Matthew is the one I need to get XP on as well. Like I just remembered, like he's gonna be very valuable for the beginning. Yeah, in the beginning, especially the very first chapter of Hector mode. Like that's probably when he's gonna give me like the most value. So even though like Matthew's one of the greatest, I would say he's one of the greatest units for Hector hard mode ranked, because like he gets boosted XP, and on top of that, like he's very he has so much utility that you can like feed him kills. Like he can get like he can have steal XP, and this like he's just very, very good like for an XP run, because like he'll definitely like, he's one of those units that you can max out if you use him properly. So and yeah, getting him a couple kills right here like will kind of help him just a little bit in the early game, because like there's certain interactions where Matthew has to have either a little bit more HP or a little bit more defense or strength or something along those lines, right? Or even speed, in order to like be at his most useful. But sometimes that doesn't happen because he just kind of gets a little bit screwed. So and you double right here, right? Oh, of course, you don't even kill. That's bad. Okay, you know, I'll use the Slim Lance. Like I don't like using the Slim Lance because it is worth more than the Iron Lance, and like again, like I might be just in those like those limited thresholds, like where like just using too many of the expensive weapons will kind of come back to bite me in the ass. and then like pretty much just screw me out of like the white gem in Hector mode. So, but again, like, oh, okay, nice defense. Okay, like I hate that he didn't get anything else, but that is something valuable, I would say. And actually, I've never tried to actually get this bottom trigger before this one first. Like, but I think they have to be hit in sequential order. So, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't get one shot, so I can just rescue drop Urk into Bull's range. But like, I just thought about it. It doesn't matter because I have to. It doesn't matter if I kill him on enemy phase or not because I still have to get to the trigger anyway. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm just over here trying to make things more complicated than they should be. Just wasting time, realistically. But yeah, this is a good kill for Urk. Like I'm definitely fitting all these armor knights to Urk as soon as I can. Oh yeah, that's right. I had to also get Lucius up as well. So. And okay, I think they all get unique dialogue, which is pretty cool because like there's not that many characters by this point in the game. I think there's only like I think we're up to 10 now with Matthew and what's his face joining us. Or actually, yeah. Because like the only remaining ones are Nils, Lucius, and Wallace. So yeah, we have 10 right now. So it's pretty cool that they give them unique dialogue for this for the triggers, even though you know it really wouldn't have mattered. But and you know. Gosh, this guy is such a dickhead for like, no. That's so stupid, bro. Like, maybe he was racist the whole time, but like, it's kind of sad to think that like this man became racist because his love interest ran off with somebody from Sakai. And it's just like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, are you really that like mad that like you really like said like, oh no, man, that's pretty like just foul. It's like, oh, like she got married to a subhuman, and it's like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, we're all human beings, like in this world, right? Like, hey, we're all human beings, bro. Like, chill out with that. I mean, what's it called? It's just so stupid how I don't know, like our brains work sometimes, right? Like where we oversimplify things like that. And see, that's what racism really stems from. It's like an oversimplification of your perception, right? It's like you really group a certain amount of people, and like you just hate them for it, right? And in this particular case, right, like yeah, the nomads may be living like well, they live like nomads, right? So like they're not really like governing or anything. And this asshole really thinks his way is superior. It's like, oh no, bro, like I'm a Marcus, you know, like over here we do things differently. We're royalty, like we have structure over here. You guys over here living like you know, like without structure, and then you guys are hunting and killing each other, right? And it's like this dude is like, you know, these guys are doing the same thing too. And it's just like, I guess it's more sophisticated barbarian, like that's all it is. Like he really looks at them as savages, but it's like, bro, like you're a savage too. Like that's crazy. Like you just have your different methods of doing that. Like, and it's just crazy. Like how I don't know. It's just dumb. Like obviously we all know racism is dumb, but it's just funny like to see it like in action. The absurdity of racism, to see it in action. So. And of course, finally Wrath catches on. Like and there you go. Like I like that. You'll never understand. Like my service ends here. Like that's pretty cool. That's how you end that, right? Like there's no sense in arguing with fools like that. You're not gonna change their mind. And realistically, like why even be in an environment like that? Like if you can, like definitely change your environment. Like there's quite a bit of ways to do that. Or I would say like but you know, I don't want to like give people like any like bad ideas or anything, so we'll just leave it at that, right? It's like, hey, just take care of yourself, you know, like no matter what, like never stop taking care of yourself. So someone ever comes for you, like you have to be ready. So that's and unfortunately that's racism is one of those one of the most trash reasons somebody can come for you, which really sucks. But hey, like just again, you're a valuable human being in this planet, so like, you know, do whatever you can to like survive. So that's all. There you go. That's all I can say. Like hopefully that shouldn't be you know, that should be just in between the lines that like it's not like I'm advocating for violence or anything like that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode, and yeah, give me a like if you enjoy what I do. Take care.